Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Today back at VauxWall East, so second day back climbing fully again. Fingers taped up. It's a little bit swollen, even more so than it was before yesterday. So I've climbed on it yesterday. It's got a little bit more swollen again, so yeah, really quite frustrating to manage it at the minute, but I'm just gonna climb again, do some more lighter climbing, nothing too crazy. Similar to yesterday, I don't want to push it too hard too soon, so I'm going to take it easy, a bit more of a relaxed session. I'm going to do some warm-ups. I'm not warmed up yet, so I'm just going to jump on this V1 purple overhang to begin with. Try and focus on precision, technique, climbing statically, getting weight through my feet, and just getting back into the motion of climbing again. Like I said, I was pretty happy with how I climbed at the end of the day. I climbed a lot more fluidly than I was expecting to. So yeah, I'm going to jump back into here. Start off with some easier climbs and then maybe move on to stuff that's more difficult later, but try not to overdo it for this. We'll see how we go. Okay, not done loads for a warm up there, but feeling a little bit warm enough already, so I'm going to move on to a V4 now. On more of a vertical wall, and it's got nice wooden holds, so it's one of the Plums sets here. Starts with two hands on this one, then there's a little undercling, and the foot chip's quite high to start off with, then a couple of side pulls, relatively decent, somewhat in-cut crimps, both of these. There's a foot chip here, a couple of small crimps, and then up to the top hold up there. So yeah, should just be quite a balancy, get a lot of weight through the feet. If I get good body positioning, this should be quite a simple climb, I think, so we'll see how we go. Yeah, not too bad. Quite a fun read, that one. I enjoyed that. Had to come out first, which is quite tough to get my foot flagging in the right position and kind of pull myself into the hold. And then once I bumped and caught the undercling, this is a really good hold when used right. And then yeah, good dead point to the crimps, which did quite nicely. Work the feet up slowly and yeah, up to the last. But as I said yesterday, in terms of how I climb, similar today, I'm kind of taking my time a lot more than I ever used to. Thinking more about my body position on the wall. I don't know how much that's come from me doing the one-handed climbing, but I do think that I'm climbing much better because I'm not kind of panicking, I'm staying calm, staying relaxed, I'm not over gripping, and I'm just figuring out the moves as I go, getting into different body positions, and yeah, just feeling quite good in general, so it's good. Okay, I'm going to move on to a V5 now, this Wasp that's just next to that wooden Plums set V4 I just did. Starts with one hand down here, and one hand up here, and then there's a foot chip to use lower down. There's a foot hold on the volume here, and then the second hold to bring my right hand to. These are quite decent crimps actually, this one. Quite in cut, not too bad at all. And then there's a little hold on the volume there, which I'll probably use my thumb. I think I'll use my hand above the volume and my thumb just pinching onto that underneath. I'll then rock over my foot onto this. There is a foot chip on the volume here for later, and then there's another hold on the top of that volume, be a bit of a gaston to begin with, and the last hold is up there to match. So yeah, I'll just talk you through how I'm going to read it, and then jump into it after that. Okay, so as I slightly alluded to as I was showing you the route, I'm going to start with right hand, left hand here, and then probably go left foot on, I think, to begin with, flagging the right foot on the wall. I'll then bring my right hand up, and then I'll take my right foot off the flag and bring it onto this foot hold to come up to this hold here where I'll pinch down, hands over the volume. I can then bring my right foot up again to here, really rock over, get my hips and my body weight across over this hold. And from that position I should be able to come into a bit of a gaston on that hold on the volume. From there, I'm going to transition my body weight all the way across, probably change my hand to more of a undercling on that side. Swap my feet on this, so my left foot's on. And then from that position, this is quite a long way out from the wall, so I should be able to just quite easily change my hands. Get the left hand on that, palm the volume, and bring my right foot up onto this hold. And from that, just reach up to the last and match. That's how I see it. So we'll see if we can put that into practice. Pretty much as I thought it was going to be. That foot was very high, which I did kind of think, but I thought it would be a bit easier to mantle onto it. But yeah, more or less did the route as planned. Went through exactly what I thought. A couple of very subtle differences on the way up, but the start was pretty much the same. I changed my feet here before I came up to this. As I say, pinched down first, got the gas on, and then changed on that left hand, brought the feet up, and then I guess the only bit that was a bit different was figuring out how to get my foot up there. I ended up coming round from this side rather than coming across first and then up. But yeah, once I was foot on that and I was pulling hard with my toes, very easy to get up to the top from that. So yeah, cool route. I enjoyed that one, good set. Okay, I'm gonna move on to something a little bit different now. It's a V4 back in the overhang. So it's a very interesting start, very spanny. You start with one hand up here and then your other hand all the way down here on this hold. And obviously you're gonna put your feet on that to begin with as well. So probably my left foot on this, I think, and left hand down there, and then right hand up here. And it's a very reachy move. We'll just zoom out the scale. We can see how far apart the hands are to begin with. And then it's up to this hold, which is quite a long way from both of those when you think about what body position you're gonna be in. So I guess once I've started, I'll just take the left hand off, probably palm on the wall, and just stand up on the left foot to get up to here. Up with the right hand, up with the left hand. Interesting shaped hold here. I think it looks quite in-cut actually from where I'm looking, so I think it should be fine. And then up to the last hold at the end. So yeah, should be an interesting route. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, really awkward start. Once you're set, it's very difficult to see where the hold is. You're in so close to the wall here, and in quite an awkward position. It's very hard to look up and find where that hold is. So yeah, I took my time quite a lot on that one. Figured out a little bit. There was also a foothold that I didn't actually film, I don't think, at the start. But yeah, just on the right that I used at the end. But yeah, interesting route. Okay, I'm going to move on to a different section of the wall now. I'm going to try an overhanging V7. Starts in here, it's the perma-set again, which is my kind of style. I like these wooden holds. Two hands on this hold, very small, very crimpy, not that much. It's quite in-cut though, which is quite nice. Foot down here, and a couple of feet there as well. Wooden hold there as well, and feet. And then it's just really small crimps all the way up. As you can see, not a lot on any of these holds. Through to the top, which is on the left up there. So yeah, it's going to be quite a challenging route. It's my style. I don't want to push too hard on this one because it's very crimpy and I just want to ease my finger back into it, but I'll give it one first go and see how I feel from that, and then assess if I gotta bother trying it again. But yeah, we'll just see how it goes. Okay, so the way I'm reading this, I'll obviously start with 2 hands on here, left foot on, right foot on here. What already feels like a very slippy hold. And then I'm going to have to lock out the left hand to reach out with the right to this, and then pull through to the left on that slightly better crimp. Bring the right foot up, lock out again to the right, feet up, out to the side pull, probably change feet, and then right foot up, and then out to the last. So very physical. I don't know what my lock-off strength is going to be like, particularly on the left hand, which I've not really used for a while, on the left arm, so I think I might struggle on this one quite a lot, but just get on there and see how it feels. I actually knocked my hand off there myself, off the blue hole. When I went for it, I kind of caught that blue hole like this, and it bumped my hand off away from the wall. But that hold felt better than I thought it was going to, the one that I went for, that slipped off. So, yeah. That foot is so slippy. Really hard to stay on there. I've hurt my fingers quite a lot. Really crimpy holds. And yeah, it's probably not the most sensible thing for me to be doing right now, pulling really hard from my fingers. I would love to keep trying this, but I think it's just not the right time to do this right now. Because like I say, I've not used my fingers for about 2 weeks. I don't want to injure them, so I'm actually going to leave this one here. Fun as that was, and as much as I think I can stand this, I'm just not going to try it anymore today. I don't think it's sensible. So I'm going to leave that one, unfortunately. Okay, I'm going to move instead to this V4 yellow. It's quite cool. Starts with really low hands. One here, both on underclings. And the only feet is this volume. And you kind of have to throw yourself and pull yourself into the wall to come up to catch this slopey hold in an undercling. And then you've got a right hand here, which is pretty good. Big left hand, and some feet to help you for the next move to get up to here. There's a foot chip for the last move. There's a second last hold on that volume, and then the last volume is that slopey, pinchy hold at the top. So yeah, looks like quite a fun route. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, fun route, enjoyed that a lot. Really clever moves that they've set on that one. You have to use your body really well, get your hips into the wall and kind of lean into the first hold. And the same with the last, get your hips as close as you can. Did quite a nice drop knee between that right foot hold and the left one, which got my hips in nice and close and allowed me to kind of pinch a bit less than I would otherwise have to if my body positioning was worse. So yeah, fun route that one, enjoyed that a lot. Okay, I'm going to try another V4 now. It's this blue one just here. Quite a lot of holds on the route, a couple of footholds down here to begin with, and then a nice in-cut first hold on the left side, and similar story on the right. Small little foothold for later, and then yeah, just quite a few crimps. This is quite a big one obviously, but yeah. Another one here, and then another hold there. Left hand, right hand, up to the last hold, and then there's a foothold as well to use at the end. So looks like my kind of style of a route. I think I'll need to read it for too long. Yeah, should be able to send this first try. yeah, interesting one that. It was quite a big move to the right hand second last hole, further than I realised. And I just had to think a little bit about how to position my feet for that, because my foot was down here very low initially. None of these felt like they were simple to get to with my left hand there and right hand there. They're too cramped, so I ended up going with the left foot on this early and just kind of locking off the left hand and going up with the right, which worked in the end. So I think that's probably the way it's set as well. But yeah, nice little drop knee at the end, got me close to the wall, made the last move really easy, so enjoyed that one as well. Okay, I'm going to move on to a V5 now. It's this red one here. Starts with 2 hands on this, slopey, slightly in cut hold. There's a big foot down here that's blocked by the volume. And then it's going to go up to this Gaston right hand. There's a foot chip here for my left foot to rock over onto. And then yeah, there's this red hold that's blocked a bit by that volume, which I could also use as well later on. Another hold there, and the last hold is at the top of this volume. Looks like quite a good crimp, maybe slightly slopey, but decent hold. So I'm going to jump on this one, talk through what I'm thinking in terms of how I'm reading it, and then try and implement that as well. Okay, so what I'm reading is obviously 2 hands on this one. I think it's going to be right foot on the hole, left foot flagging. And it's a big move throwing up to the Gaston. I like to get quite high on that one, so I'm not reaching it with a straight arm. I want my arm to be as locked off as possible, keep me nice and secure on the wall. Once I've caught that, I'm then going to have to change feet and get a left foot on here, once my left hand's on here. So left foot onto this, shift my weight and my hips above this hold, getting as far to the left as possible over this, to then reach out with the left arm onto that hold. From there I should be able to match and go to the next hold, change my feet, probably come into the volume after that, change the right hand from the Gaston into the volume, and then dynamically throw somewhat to the last hold on the crimp, and then matching that I think is okay with just a left foot flag to come over the top with the right. So see if we can put that into practice. Cool, pretty much as I've described it. Ended up using a couple heel hooks actually on here, which helped me out a lot. And I thought I could use my toe just on this to begin with. It was too high. I ended up putting a heel on and rocking over onto that, and then changing to a toe later. But yeah, those subtle heel hooks that I added in, I didn't mention when I was reading it, really helped me stay on the wall a lot. That hold's very slopey, wasn't a lot to hold on to, and the one to the right of the volume. So yeah, that's why the heel was so crucial, just to keep me really compressed on here, kind of pulling in these directions, keep my body locked on, get the hand up, which wasn't that great. Then I was able to match that by squeezing my feet to come out to the left. So yeah, happy with that one. Okay, I'm going to move into the cave now, which I'm somewhat sad about because it's been reset since I was last here. There was a V7 Wasp that I was working on, trying to get some progress. I was planning on coming back, and then I couldn't climb with my hand. But yeah, that's been taken down now. But obviously there's some great new sets that I've not tried out yet, so I'm going to jump into those instead. So I'm going to try this V5 Blue. It starts with one hand on this very slopey hold up here, and then the second hand lower down in here on this start hold, which is a bit more of a jug. And there's a very high foot to use to begin with as well. Coming out to this other slopey hold, there's another hand hold here, a bit of a side pull, foot hold here, foot hold there, and then another hand hold here, crimp on the volume, and again at the top as well. And then it's a very awkward side pulley last move with a foot there to utilise to help that as well. So the top hold is that big one. Yeah, just going to jump into this, see how we go, and hopefully send it first try as well. Very tricky, very tricky. The bicycle was quite tough at the start to get tension. And then coming up and up to here, there's then no other real feet you can use. So I think once I cut, I probably should have just campused and gone early to this hold, which is a little bit blocked, but it looks like a good hold. But yeah, I ended up swinging and trying to get my foot high, and it was just too high. It made it much more difficult to go for the hold. So I actually think I'm going to do similar. When I come out on this, I'll probably campus up the right, and then get my foot on once I'm there. And then it's quite a big move up to the left, so it's quite a tricky route. And these slopers are really not my style. I find them very challenging to hold on to, so yeah, it's quite a tough one for me, this. Okay, I'm going to try again, and like I said, I'm going to want to get the two hands on this one rather than trying to get my feet up. I think I'm just going to campus. So I've got to try really hard, tense my core a lot to try and stop the swing once I come out to this hold, and my left hand's up, and then match, and I'm going to just campus straight to this hold, and then probably get the right foot up onto here and try and push with the left and pull with the right up to the next hold. Once I get there, I think the rest should be okay, but that move initially is going to be quite tough, so we'll see how we go this time. Yeah, I didn't release that properly at all. Got the left hand in quite a good place on the left side. It was quite nice to hold onto, but just released the tension too soon with my left foot and then swung a lot and then couldn't hold the swing. So it might be that I bring my foot up into a toe hook actually on the start hold, probably help that swing a little bit further, and then I can drop down after that. But yeah, it's a tough one, this. Okay, I've just done what I probably should have done before I started the climb, which is brush these two holds. I think that will make a big difference. That small extra amount of friction really makes it a lot easier to stay on. The other thing I need to do, which I did the first time, but I didn't the second few attempts, is just keep the tension much better through the left foot when I go up for this, and really very slowly release my foot off of this to stop the swing as far as possible, because otherwise you're coming out such a long way aggressively on a slopey hold that's angled like this. It's almost impossible to hold onto the wall when your body weight is coming out this way. So more tension through the left foot, stop myself swinging out. These are brushed, so this should be better to hold onto. And then once I get to here, on two hands on that, campus the next move, and then I should be able to do the rest from that position. So yeah, I'm gonna try it one more time and hopefully send it this time. Oh my god. Oh, more friction, I say. Really did not go to plan, did it? Oh, maybe I overbrushed it. I've actually got no idea how I controlled that swing so well the first try. I don't know what I did so differently. Maybe pinched it a bit more to kind of pull myself in closer, and probably use my core, tense that a bit more than I am. I don't know. Wow. Okay, I think I figured out how I held the swing last time. I really kept tension through my toe and then straightened my leg as far as it would possibly go. So my hips were further out. And then when I eventually released the toe, I'm already as far out as possible, so I'm not swinging as far. So I think that's solved. I think I'll get that next time. But yeah, feeling set on that for long enough to then control the swing that I've got to be static, to come up to the campus move just feels so hard. So hard. Just swinging a lot. And yeah, not in the right direction really for where I want to go. So it's going to be very testing. I might have to use the first swing back in, not readjust my hands, not think about it too much, and as I'm on the way back in, to just pull and go for the next move. So my body weight is at least swinging into the wall at that stage. I think that's just what I'm going to have to do, just go a bit quicker, see if we can hold it. Okay, I've just moved the camera around to hopefully give you a better perspective of what's going on in this lower section, because this is quite a crucial part of the moves. So just so you can see what I'm doing with my feet, with my legs, how I'm bicycling on this, how I'm slowly releasing my body. So yeah, I just moved the camera around, so hopefully it shows that a bit better. And the rest of the route is still visible, so should be some good footage from that as well. Just controlling that swing, like I say, so hard. Once I get that controlled and I can hold on to that a little bit longer, I'm sure that canvas moves okay. I might try that canvas in isolation actually, from a more static position. Yeah, it's fine when I'm still. I'm just swinging about too much. It's making it so much more difficult to go up, so really need to control that swing as best I can, and the rest should all fall into place. Wow, that move is so much harder than it looks. Something not right with my feet when I'm up there, but that's really not a lot to hold on to, that left hand hold. And then figuring out where to place my feet to go up controlled to the right, it's just not easy, sorry. I want to say from there I'll be okay, but just getting set on that move feels really difficult. I need to do something different with my feet to stay balanced when my left hand's up, my right hand's on this one. Because yeah, that's really tough. Okay, I've just watched the footage back quite a few times now. I think I actually did it the right way. I think my problem was that I spent so long figuring out what body position to get in to go for the hold. I was just so fatigued by the time I actually went for it and came off. But yeah, I think my positioning of my foot with my leg kind of in this direction, toe pulling this way on this hold, knee to this side. I think I just need to generate a bit more into the wall when I go for the move, so pull into more of a dead point, so when I catch that hold, my body weight's in a better position to the left to catch that better, and I'll be more static as I catch it. I think I was just too fatigued from figuring it out, and that's why I came off the wall. I think once I've got that, throwing the left up, I don't want to speak too soon, but it looks like it should be a bit easier, and when I've got the left on there, okay. The last hold is definitely a very good hold. It's very big in cut, so I think I should be all right going to that one as well. Probably with the right foot on this hold, left foot on there, and just push towards it and catch it, and then bring the feet through to match at the end. But yeah, it's a really physical route, this one, very challenging. I don't know how many more goes I'll have left in this, because I am quite tired now. But yeah, definitely want to get this one sent today. Wow. Oh, I'm actually really fatigued now. That left hole's got nothing on it really. Coming into that as well, compressing, very physical. Fighting on these slopers, super tiring. I'm just really pumped now. I can definitely do this route. I know I can. Whether I'll get it today or not is more of a question, I suppose. But yeah, I'll probably have to rest for a good 10 minutes, recover a bit, and then try it again. But yeah, it's very tough V5. Yeah, I've just rested for about 10 minutes now. Yeah, see how we go. Still feeling quite pumped. Gonna get back on here. I think the start should be fine as it was the last few tries. And then getting up to this is gonna be okay. But yeah, I've not figured out properly how to come into the next move. I think I need to do it more statically than I have been. Not sure what that's gonna look like. I don't know where to position my feet. Whether it requires like a heel match on this hold where my hand is, bring the heel up to pull in. But that feels quite high, I'm not sure. Whether I can fit some kind of drop knee in, maybe right foot on that one, left foot on that one. Yeah, I might have to pull my body weight a long way to the left, get a drop knee in there, I don't know. Or do what I tried before, but now I've had some rest, I should be able to do it. I really don't know. Yeah, it's a tough one to figure out. But yeah, hopefully when I'm up there I can work my way through it. But yeah, don't think I've got many goes left in the tank today. Oh, I feel so far off that move. Skin is wearing a lot. I don't think I'm going to do this one today, annoyingly. Really tricky V5. I'm enjoying it a lot, figuring it out. Trying to work my way up there, but yeah, I'm too fatigued. Like I say, I don't want to overwork myself at the minute with my fingers. Coming into that move is very big the way I'm doing it for my right hand. So having not used them for about a week and a half, I don't want to overkill the fingers. So I'm actually realistically probably just going to end the video there. I think I'll get this one today, which is a shame, but it is what it is. Hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, hope you found some useful tips in there. Hope you enjoyed watching me fall off a few times on this one as well. It's been good fun, so I hope you enjoyed it as well. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe if you did. I do appreciate all your support, but most importantly, as always, make sure you grab life by the plums, and I'll see you in the next one.